Hello, hello, hello. Happy Tuesday. Happy Angels Don't Lie. I'm Jeannie Street, and I am ready to bring you a rocking show. So tonight we're going to talk all about intuition. I have a wellness tip, and we're also going to talk about sound healing. Got a lot planned for us tonight. And I hope you're all doing well. Here on the East Coast, we have a little bit of rainy weather, so people are a little poopy. How about you, Casey? How are you doing over there?
It's wet over here too, but we're surviving.
I mean, really crazy how much rain we've had, and if you're out driving, you can actually see that the rain isn't even soaking into the grass right now. It's just pooling up.
Yeah, it's just puddling all over the road.
Yeah, so we have some local flooding going on. It's a crazy scene. So I didn't get to do my live tonight in our Angels Don't Lie group, but I did a watch party, and that was kind of fun. I haven't done that before. KJ had tried to show me how to do it a few weeks ago, and I attempted to do it on my own today. So my little bird flew out of the nest today. She would be so proud, and I did that little party. It was fine. I don't understand exactly how watch parties work yet. It's not sinking in. It's kind of like this foreign language. But it seemed like people enjoyed it, and that's kind of fun.
I definitely liked it. It was a good message.
You liked it?
Yes.
It was good. Oh, well, so the watch party, what it is it lets me take a previously recorded video and upload it and then have it be live so I can comment on it while people are watching it. So that's what's cool, and it's a nice edited video, so which I think is nice. Not that you have to be polished all the time, but it is nice to have, like, I have the words across it.
Right.
And but the message is very powerful. It's all on that self-love and how it is a cure-all. So if you guys want to check it out, you can either join our Angels Don't Lie group or head on over to YouTube, and that series is all on there, and the self-love one is there. And there's always a free workbook that I share on YouTube that you can download. You can also go to Goddess University to watch these videos and download the workbooks. They're there. They're mini master classes, and so lots of great stuff for you guys. Always, keep you learning and grooving and doing your thing. That's what I have for you. That was a great show. Thanks for tuning in. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, let's jump to that caller. It's a good break. We got a caller already.
We got a caller already. Holy mackerel! We're not even 5 minutes in. Perfect.
All right, here we go.
Let's go, Casey. Let's do it. Hi, this is Jeanne. Who am I speaking with?
Mary.
Hello. Hi. Hi, Mary. How are you tonight?
I'm okay.
Good. Where are you calling from?
Florida.
Thank you. How can I help you tonight?
I just had someone pass in my family, and I was just curious about, it's not easy to deal with, and wondering how she's feeling about
grief
it.
Is never. Grief is never easy, is it? Yeah. How are you doing? It's the most important thing.
I'm okay. It's new.
Yeah.
So it's a little strange.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
And you, besides the grief, I also have this energy of a lull in energy for you. Like, I feel like the grief is just, that's the new part, but I feel like you were lulled before that. Do you understand that?
Say that again? I was what?
I'm feeling that you have like a lull in energy before that. I don't want to say depression, but it feels like, kind of like that's where you've been.
Yes.
In a lower energy? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And, okay. And I do have a mother figure stepping forward. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Thank you. Is this actually your mom?
Uh-huh.
Okay, thank you. Because I do feel like there's other women on the other side as well for you. So it feels like lineage. Do you understand that? Mother, grandmother. Yes, mother, grandmother. I do feel like some aunts as well. I feel like there's a lot of female on the other side.
Yeah, I have a couple that I can think of off the top of my head right now.
Okay. Your mom had the illness. You understand that? That's what she's stepping up to say?
She did have some illness, yes.
Thank you. And I do feel like there was complications, and I feel like complications that arise after her passing as well. She's saying there was a lot of confusion. And I don't know if this was her confusion, but she uses that word. Do you understand that?
Not so much.
So, and confusion, I'm not sure what she's pointing to with that. It just feels like there's maybe even chaotic energy, if that's the better word.
Maybe afterwards. Maybe afterwards, yes.
Okay.
Yes, maybe.
Okay. And I'm also feeling like there's high emotions in the family and and I don't know where the pointing of the fingers are. Do you understand that?
Maybe, yeah.
Okay.
It's not her directly, but she may have.
No, she's just.
I don't know.
She's just bringing it to the surface so you know that it's her. It's her way of giving you the confirmation. And she's also letting me know that she's fine and she feels really good, that she has this new type of energy that she hasn't experienced before. And it's very easeful for her to breathe. That's what she wants me to let you know. Do you understand that?
That's nice.
Yes.
I think maybe. I don't know where she's getting her energy from, but I feel like I might understand.
So when we pass over, I believe what she's referring to is that love energy that isn't 100% here on Earth, because we have things that happen. We have experiences, we have fear, we have different energy. But when we cross over, we're free of that. So she's showing me I have this new freedom. This is what unconditional love is.
That's nice. Good. I understand that.
Okay. I know. Do you feel like there's decisions you have to make? Do you understand the decisions? She's pointing to her hand and putting her fingers towards the palm of her hand, and I feel like they're important decisions, but I feel like you need to be in a better place in order to make them. So I feel like spending some time with yourself, meditating, praying, and she's really glad that you're calling in as well. This community of people in the Angels Don't Lie group are so lovely and supportive, and I feel like you need a good support system for all that you have to go through.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
It's not that many people around.
Yeah, and I feel like you need a support. Yeah, I feel like you need that. You need, because grief is an interesting thing to go through. Anyways, it's challenging, it's hard, and people inside this group all have experienced it and are willing to help others with just kindness, just love, just a little word here and there. So just wraps us up.
Good advice.
I hope that this helps you, Mary.
I hope so too. I think it will.
Good. Is there anything else I can answer for you tonight?
Just if there was anybody else that was trying to say something.
Well, she's the one standing forward, and I feel like that's the most important thing.
Okay.
And it is about getting you to feel better. So that lull in energy is what I feel like you need to concentrate on.
All right.
And feeling better, okay?
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Sweetie. Have a good night.
You too. Thank you very much. Good night.
All right. Good night. Oh, let's all keep Mary in our prayers, because I know that she has so much going on. I just feel like for Mary, there's just this is the beginning of her healing. So healing is not easy work. If we can help her and support her on her journey with prayers and our thoughts and love, that would be wonderful. Casey, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. Well, and it's got to be, when you're already having a tough go of it and then have something like that added on top of it, it's got to be, even more of a burden.
Right. I agree. And I feel like there is more for her. But our healing is meant, we can't do it all at once. And I'm sharing some of this in my new book, because it's a little bit overwhelming when we start to go through grief, when we start to break down, what that means, or maybe it's even trauma, and we want to just get through and be done. We want to just let it all be. But in order to get to that place, we have to start with one simple step, and that's first understanding that our emotions need to come out, our pain needs to be expressed, and then we can heal different layers. So, for me, it's interesting, like when a loved one will show up first, but when we want to hear from somebody else. So the mother figure that shows up for Mary is letting her know, like, that mother love is with you and going to help you through the biggest challenges that you're going through. So that's an important healing, right? That's a big message. So whatever else is there, that mother support is going to help her and lead her to that healing, that next phase. But we don't always know. We don't always know what that next phase is for us. But step one is like staying still, breathing, and meditating, and sometimes talk therapy. There's many avenues for healing, that's for sure.
Well, we do have another caller whenever you're ready.
I'm ready whenever you're ready.
All right, here we go.
Okay. Hi, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Jeannie, it's Mary Ann and Kitty.
Hi, how are you?
We're good.
Good.
But we've had a lot of stuff going on, and we're hoping maybe you can help us answer it.
Certainly, I will definitely try. How can I help you?
Okay. First of all, we've been getting a lot of the cigarette smoke around again.
Yes.
But also, our brother out in Colorado is feeling a disturbance in the universe, if you will, enough that he called at 12:30 at night and said he was coming.
Okay.
And we have had something happen this past week that involved our niece, JJ's daughter.
Okay.
And we don't know whether it's all related to that, but we're hoping maybe you can.
So tell me about. Let's slow this down. The brother in Colorado, he's talking about the raise in energy. So the cigarette smoke always lets me know that Jeanne's around and watching his family. That's number one. Watching his family and taking care of his nest. And which brother is this out there? Is this Ronnie?
No, it's Bobby.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the youngest of the boys.
Okay. Thank you. And so he's kind of been on this spiritual quest. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. And there has definitely been heightened energy that's happened because we've just come through the equinox, which has had a powerful shift for so many people, especially when you are sensitive to energy. You have felt the rise of this big change that's coming forward, and big change means it drags up old things and old patterns that we might need to address and look at ourselves and say, how can we maybe respond differently? How can we address this in another way? So it's going to bring up same things over and over again until we heal. So that is definitely the energy that's been happening since the beginning of September, and it's lulling down a little bit because now we've passed that full moon and that equinox, but it's still here. So it's going to kind of go towards that lull down a little bit towards the end of the month, and then it should even out. I'm not feeling like there's a huge connection in what happened with your niece.
Okay.
So, but I do feel like she has some, what is the word I want to use? Bad behaviors. That's the word that he's saying to me. Eugene's yelling out. Do you understand that?
Yes.
So that's what he's pointing to. And she's made making some not some great decisions. And I do feel like there's some warning signals about that. And but I feel like also this is something that you have seen kind of coming.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes, we understand.
Okay. So what I feel like you guys can do is, your prayers really matter, and clear the house. I do feel like there's energy in the house that needs to be cleared. So I feel like it's a reclaiming the house, almost like as if you're just freshly moving in. I feel like you guys need to do that fresh, like we're going to own this house together, and that's what I feel like is the most important thing. Okay. But I don't feel like he's letting me know like he wasn't coming to scare you or to warn you of, bad things coming. He's letting you know that I'm supporting, I'm loving, I'm taking care of my family.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Does that give you all some peace of mind?
Yes. It does.
Perfect. And I feel like your brother is on this great journey, and I feel like he's doing okay for himself. Like Jeanne's giving me like a thumbs up.
Okay.
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 Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Love you guys.
Love
you guys.
Too.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Bye.
Okay. Bye.
So that was a really great call for a lot of reasons, because it talks about that rising of energy and what that means for all of us. And it also brings us to the topic which I wanted to talk about, which is, our intuition, and when we aren't sure what our intuition is telling us, and when we get confused, and when people say, no, you're wrong, that's not right. So I had a lovely gal who took one of my classes, and I've known her for a long time, Nicole. She wrote in on our Angels Don't Lie group. She wrote, let me get my notebook here. She wrote in, I wonder what the signs are. I wonder what are the signs, the sure signs of information and feelings coming from our intuition and not just from our fear and trauma. She says, sometimes it will feel like I'm sure of something. I feel it in my body, mostly in my gut, my heart, and my mind. But other people will swear up and down that I am wrong, and that it's all coming from past experiences or fear. And it's confusing for her, she's saying, because when it doesn't feel like that, it feels more like it's my intuition. So she wants to know, what is the difference? Is it my intuition or not? So when we are working with our intuition, that's that clear feeling that we have in our gut when we are, following what the angels are showing us, what God is putting before us. And it's an undeniable truth. So how we get off balance, and she's right, we do feel it in our body in several ways. We can feel it as goosebumps. We can feel it in our head. We can get tingly. We can actually heat up as well. So there's many ways that intuition will guide us. But when we are out of our connection, meaning we're not in that alignment, that chakra alignment, then of course we're going to second guess. Of course we're going to look outside of ourselves. And then when we look outside of ourselves, people have opinions. People are going to start to say, no, this is it. They're going to try to guide us with their intuition and align us to what they believe is right. So the quickest way that we can get back into our alignment is through that meditation, is through journaling, it's through that inner work. It's not through the outer work. And our intuition, our guidance, isn't always meant for us to share with others. That guidance that we are getting is very personalized. So asking before you speak to somebody or share your information is an important thing. This is something I had to learn the hard way as well, because we'll get information and we get so excited about it. We'll be like, oh, here, my intuition's guiding me towards this. Maybe you shouldn't eat wheat because it's going to hurt your body. So this is a clear signal that you're getting, and you share it, but it's not received openly because their body's going through their own guidance system, and you don't know what's happening with them. So sitting with that information for a little bit, honoring it, asking, am I supposed to share this? And why am I seeing this? Is it something meant for me to share? Is it meant for me to maybe partake this in my life? Very interesting stuff. But we can really tune into our intuition when we slow down. And that is a big lesson for all of us, to go slow. And when we push the signs away of that intuition, when we start to have fear or doubt, then we'll definitely not trust it. We'll definitely second guess. And that's no fun. So if you have any questions about that, or if you'd like to talk tonight, I'm going to give you guys the number tonight. It's 646-891-5252, and I'd love to chat with you. Let's have a conversation. So while we're talking about our intuition, let's talk a little bit about sound healing and how that can actually help you. And there goes the dog. So sound healing, which, by the way, if you want to check out the new video on YouTube, you can check out that whole new series. It's Divination Tools. And in the series, I've included videos on crystals and chakras, teas and essential oils, oracle cards and journaling, and this last one, which is sound healing. And there's also a free workbook that goes with it. So in the video this week, I share how the ancient medicine of sound healing can help facilitate our healing. So this is something that would be wonderful for both of our callers. For Mary, who's going through so much grief, sound healing can open us up and help us to ease through it. And for Marianne and Kitty, who are going through mixed information and what to do, it's also a very calming, loving energy that can soothe heightened, chaotic drama energy. So Casey, I think you have a little bit of the sound healing meditation ready. We can kind of share it with them.
Yeah, I have it right here. So let me play it. It's about 2.5 minutes long. So here we go.
Welcome back to my series on divination tools for connecting to spirit. In today's video, we're going to talk about sound healing. Now, sound healing is a very special way of not only releasing energy, but also in connecting us to the divine. Sound energy is known to calm the energy within. Great healing effects come from using sound medicine. Not only is it great for healing benefits by removing energy, opening up our energy centers, it can also help with our soul growth. It can aid in anxiety and healing depression. It's known to also raise our vibrational rate, which allows us to soothe our inner soul and raise our consciousness. Working with a Tibetan bell can be used to raise vibration as well as to open those energy centers, ways to help somebody embody their soul self, especially when they've lost their connection to who they are. A little bit of drumming music can bring your soul back up and you can be present in your body. One of my favorite ways to work with sound healing is with a crystal singing bowl. This particular singing bowl has properties of rose quartz and platinum. So it really aids the client in opening the heart center and being really balanced, as well as soothing the soul. So singing bowls are a great way to awaken the chakras. The sound waves that come from the singing bowl can have miraculous healing effects on the mind, body, and the soul. There are simple ways that you can welcome the healing effects from sound in your life. Whether it's listening to your favorite type of music, playing an instrument, downloading some singing bowl music, or even attending a gong bath. these will all raise your vibration and shift the energy from within. I hope that you have a beautiful day and that you welcome the amazing healing benefits from sound into your life.
You know, in the workbook, the couple questions that I'm working on right now are about the fear. So, you know, because sometimes you just go along with life and you don't realize you got things blocking you until you start meditating and thinking about it.
And that's the fears that I was talking about. That has to go with our healing and help us to move through things, because sometimes we don't realize that our feelings and our emotions block that healing, that grief from leaving our body or transforming. Really powerful stuff.
Yeah, because I always get a chuckle, you know, when people say, "Well, it is what it is." Well, no, because you have the power to change it, right? Just by looking inward.
It is what it is,
and making some changes.
It's true, but you know, we do like our sayings, don't we?
Right.
We really do. We like our sayings. It is what it is. Right. Yeah, I like that. That's funny. But we do. We have the power. We always have the power.
And I've been seeing a lot of messages.
We just need our magic wand
about habits.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
And we've talked about that on the show too.
Right. How how.
So anytime.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anytime we're cultivating a new habit, it requires our dedication. So they say there's science behind this. About 21 days of practicing a new habit to change an old pattern.
I'm trying to find one of the messages. You're not stuck. You're just committed to certain patterns of behavior because they helped you in the past. Now those behaviors have become more harmful than helpful. Change the formula to get a different result.
Yeah, so there it is. It's like we can change our reaction.
Yep.
And it's simplistic. So hey, how about that wellness tip? Are you looking forward to that?
I am so ready. You know, my pen is always ready to write that down.
I know.
And do some research.
I know you like the wellness tip. What's that?
And do the research, and I like to dig in and find out more about it.
Yeah, it's great. So tonight we're going to talk all about sage, which it's not just for clearing. I mean, you guys know we talk about sage as clearing a space, and sage is known as that indigenous healing of lower energy. So, you know, people will smudge. We'll use sage sticks, but I make a liquid sage called Sage Off, which is, a liquid smudge, very powerful. But today we're going to talk about how sage can help you and your body. And sage is an herb and it can grow in your garden. I have a beautiful sage plant in my herb garden, and sage can help to guard against neurological disorders such as Alzheimer's. Very powerful for this, actually. And there's some new studies along with this information that is really fascinating. Casey, you'll find that. Also, it works to help with healthy heart, lowers the cholesterol, and helps with that blood sugar. So really amazing for that. It's also anti-inflammatory. So when we're working with any kind of illness or heightened information system in our system, we can use sage to lower that down. So it helps to take that swelling down because it fights that inflammation, and it can aid in that clearing of an infection as well. It's been known to be used for pain relief, for memory enhancement, which is fascinating, aids in digestion, and anti-diarrhea, which is fascinating. But one of the most powerful things that I found for sage is the menopause symptoms, the release of the hot flashes, insomnia, even dizziness and headache, and the heart palpitations that happen sometimes. So they say you take one sage, they actually sell it in little tablets, or tea you can make daily for 2 weeks, and your symptoms are basically gone. So sage bath is also another thing. You can add sage into your Epsom salt, and it would be very soothing and clearing as well. So fascinating stuff. Things that you can do with sage that you might not have thought about. Sage is usually the traditional turkey stuffing, herb. Some people don't even know what sage is, but I love the sage. I think it has such a nice, calming smell, and it's quite yummy.
I didn't realize that it was like an herb like that. I had no idea. And especially associated with turkey.
Yeah, next time I see you, I'll give you some from my garden. I actually just harvested a bunch, and I have them hanging from my chandelier in my kitchen. I'll send you a picture. It's hysterical. Look like a little row house over here.
Post it on Angels Don't Lie.
Yeah, I will. It's quite funny. So, and I'll use the sage like over the summer. I love using to make my roasted potatoes. I grow like rosemary, thyme, and sage, and what else do I have out there this year? I always have lemon balm. So I'll just take those herbs, cut them up with my potatoes into little squares, and I'll toss that in olive oil, salt, and pepper, and roast them. Delicious. Your wife is texting me, oh my God, your dog's. Seriously, I know. We were driving in the car on Saturday, and my 6-year-old granddaughter says, OMG. I said, what did you just say? She said, OMG. I said, do you know what that means? She's like, no. Funny kids. So Kathy has a question. Kathy from our Facebook group. She said she had an incident with her car today, a pretty hairy situation. She wants to ask if Mike was the one that helped her. I'm writing. Give me 1 second. Wow. I don't know, Kathy, if you have like I feel like the seatbelt strand marks or peen across your gut, but that's where he's bringing me. And yes, I do feel like he held you in, and he's saying that held you in, so you understand that. I feel like so many changes are coming forward for you, Kathy, and I feel this is the problem. I can't really text when I'm working, when I'm on the radio, because I get confused. I'm confused. All right. So, there you have it. Kathy, the number, 646-891-5252. Call me and we'll chat. We'll have a better conversation that way. The texting thing's not working. I don't know. Okay. Little delay there. But I do want to give a shout out to our new Facebook group members, which is pretty exciting. Where's my page? I wrote it all down. So we have Katrina Paul. I want to welcome you all. Nikki and Andrea, Kay McDonald, Marissa Nime, Tina Russell, Marco, Jen, Janet Allsworth, and Stephanie Wasner. Welcome, guys. We're so happy to have you. And if you'd like to join our group, you can just go right on Facebook and look us up. Angels Don't Lie. We have lots of fun and stuff just for the group. Also, we have tickets available for the Angels Don't Lie Live, which is going to be October the 9th at In Spirit Healing Studio. So seats are limited and tickets are free. And you can be part of that studio audience, which we would love to have you there. So you can head on over to In Spirit Healing Studio under events and get that ticket. There are links on the Facebook as well as on my email list. So if you're on my email list, you've gotten them. Go on, guys. Sign up. Perfect. So that's what I have. There you have it. What else do I want to tell you? You know what the big news is today? I'll tell you what the big news. Actually, I had to take my husband wasn't feeling well all day, so I ended up having to take him to the doctor, and it was just kind of chaotic. So I brought my laptop, and I was able to finish all of the rewrites for the manuscript. So that was big news. Huge. If you guys have ever written, anybody that's out there has done that before, you know it's like a big process, and so I'm like doing my little celebration. Then I came home, made him some chicken soup, and prepared for the show, which, I mean, it's been nonstop.
Yeah,
All right, Casey.
I think we
what
might
else?
be in
What's
luck.
going
I
on
think
over there?
I think this could be Kathy calling.
Oh.
We'll try it. Hold on. Here we go.
Oh, let's check. Hello, this is Jeannie. Who am I speaking with?
Hey, Jeannie, it's Kathy.
There. How are you, honey?
Don't be confused. I was listening on my way home. I was working. I was listening to you from my desk.
No.
And then I was walking out, and I heard you say I'm confused. So
Okay.
I'm in the car now. I'm almost home.
Because I was like, he was telling me stuff, and then I was like trying, and KJ's texting me like a question mark, and I'm like, oh my gosh, is she typing back to her? And then we're having a whole reading via text, and what's happening?
Oh my God, no, that's not good. No, I know. I heard you like call me.
Call me.
Call me.
Okay. So he was making me feel like holding you in. Do you understand that?
Yeah. Well, what happened is that down in Florida there's double turning lanes, and I don't like them. I just don't like the double turning lanes. But I was on the inside lane turning left, and there's a guy on the right. And when you turned to go forward, the lanes were kind of small, so he turned and cut into my lane, which knocked me into the wrong side traffic. So I was the people were coming towards me, and I was going the other way. So it was almost like a head-on collision. And the cars just like kind of, Jeannie, I don't even know how to explain it. The cars just moved out of my way, and I was like on a cloud, and I turned my wheel, and I stopped at the light, and I wasn't nervous. I wasn't shaking. I wasn't anything.
Huh. That's why he was making me feel like he was holding you in and holding you. So, yeah, you were in heaven there. You were in the veil. And that's how thin it is, the veil, that it's just like you're here, and then you're there, and then you're back here again.
It was just so weird. I mean, it was I can't even explain the feeling that I had. Because I should have been really nervous, and I should have been really scared.
Right.
Because, I mean, cars were coming at me, Jeannie. It was a 4-lane highway. Cars were coming at me. And I just turned like nothing.
And they would have hit you.
Oh, yeah. At
yeah,
least one of them. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you, guys. See, I knew he was. I kind of asked just because, but I kind of knew.
Yeah. So and so he was also doing the lower strap on the seatbelt or in the abdomen. Do you understand that? Or the pressure in the abdomen? But he was around the abdomen. Do you understand that?
No.
I mean, he might be just talking about the feeling, like, because you know how we get that feeling. But he was definitely around there in the beginning. So I was like, all right, you're holding her in. Does that mean the seatbelt, the abdomen? What does that mean?
No, I think he used the seatbelt, and I think he like kind of guided me to turn the wheel, if that makes any sense.
Yep.
I don't.
No, absolutely.
Because I kind of feel like I was frozen. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
Like numb and frozen, and everything just happened, and I was fine. So like nothing.
Oh my gosh! Did you throw up when you got where you were going?
No, I got home. I mean, my legs buckled because I realized like what actually really happened.
That's a miracle moment, girl.
Yeah, it was. It was really, really crazy. So congratulations on your baby.
Aw, thank you. Our little sweet great granddaughter Reagan. She's over a week. A little over a week now. I know.
Oh wow. Yeah, she's gorgeous. I saw the pictures on the website.
So much fun.
All right, well, I'll let somebody else call in.
Thank you, honey. Thanks for calling.
All right, Jeannie, take care. I love you.
You too. Love you too.
Okay. All right. Bye.
Bye. Phew, that was good. I'm glad to get that confusion over because, you know, when I'm not talking to somebody or we're texting, you miss that personal connect, and then I start to panic. Like, wait a minute, what's happening? Where are you? Casey, are you there?
I am here.
Can you hear me?
Well, yeah, that sounded like she had a close one there.
I'm seriously, right? That's crazy stuff. And I love that he was there to help her and guide her. I have another client whose husband had passed away in a tragic accident. Really horrible for her. And, it's been I think it's just been 2 years now. But over the spring, she was cleaning out weeds. We talked about this, I think, at one of the shows. I think it was springtime, beginning of summer, and she was cleaning out, the gardens. And there was this one invasive plant that was taking over the side of the front garden. It was right by her house. So she thought, I'm going to have to pull that out because it's taking over, but I don't have the energy for it. So she went in, did her stuff, went to bed. The next morning she came out and she actually took a picture and texted me, and all of the plant was gone. It was pulled out, she said, and she said nobody knew about it. She had gone to bed. She had gone in because it was nighttime, and she just, was going to go do it, and then it was all gone. So mysteriously, her husband came, and, that's how powerful a soul can be. He took out the weeds for her so she didn't have to worry about it. It's beautiful, right?
Yeah, and that the thing with the cigarette smoke, that really gets me. That's really getting a sign,
Yeah. So Eugene is very powerful, like his wife, Kitty. Eugene was our best man in our wedding, so Brian will get that cigarette smoke around him as well. He'd be like, oh, Gene's with me, especially when he's, going through something or there's something happening in our family. Gene always, comes by, and that's his signature because he smoked, and to let us know, here I am. And my granddaughter Riley brought him through one time. And she said, oh, your friend, your skinny friend that smokes? And she was I think she was 4 at the time. It's beautiful. My friend Pat is texting me. Hi, Pat. How are you? Nice to see you, Pat. You've been so busy. They have, they're getting ready for the Safe Walk, and lots going on for her. I believe the Safe Walk hasn't happened yet for the Women's Center. She's saying that she texted that she's had that happen too with her car, where she couldn't figure out how a car missed her and she didn't have an accident. Yeah, it's powerful, those stories that our loved ones are still with us. So that's a powerful message for everybody tonight, for all of our callers, and a reminder for all of our listeners that the soul is infinite, meaning you're here and you're with God. Your loved ones are still with you. They're just without the physical body. So have that conversation with them. Talk to them. They will leave you messages. And if you're questioning that intuition and that guidance that they're there, then do a meditation. Get yourself in alignment. Open your third eye. There's plenty of ways to open up that connection so you don't feel alone. Don't let that grief become you. Just let it be the thing that you have to experience, because that's enough. So it's really, really beautiful information. Oh, Safe Walk is, if there's still time, if you guys want to head on over to the Danbury Fair Mall for the Safe Walk for the Women's Center of Greater Danbury. It is this weekend. It's a great event, and you can check that out on their website for sure. So beautiful. I think that we are going to kind of wind it up tonight. We're going to, if anybody else has any questions, to call in 646-891-5252, and I'll be happy to do those readings over the phone or make that connection. And yeah, if not, then I think I'm gonna go have some chicken soup. That's what I think I'm gonna go do.
It's one of those nights.
I've been really busy also preparing for Soulful Saturday. Let me tell you that too. And Soulful Saturday is going to be phenomenal this year, just absolutely phenomenal. So this is our third annual Soulful Saturday. And if you live in the area, or if not, you want to fly in for the weekend, this is going to be a great event. I have a lineup full of great speakers. So this year, the difference is that your ticket price is going to include all the workshops and the meditations and the talks. So it's a one price, and it's almost like a retreat day. So the theme is we're talking about this year is embracing the divine feminine. And what that means is that we all have that divine feminine within us. We also have a divine masculine. But this is a time where the feminine is rising, and it's coming to this place where women are noticing it, they're seeing it, and they're embracing it. But we have to keep it in check, that we don't become overly masculine. We have to keep that in check, that we stay in that love tone. And for men who are ready to connect to their self in that divine way, in that feminine way, and allow that to rise so they can be more generous and more compassionate and more loving and kind in their work or in their life, this is the workshop. This is the day for you. Also, I will be joining, Kathy and I will be at the WOW Forum, which is next Friday, and Kathy is going to be center stage. I mean, she's got the whole stage, which is incredible. And she's going to bring her fun and talent to the WOW Forum, and I'm going to bring meditation, which I'm really looking forward to. So that's Friday morning next week, and it's the WOW Forum. I have that on the In Spirit Healing Studio website too, so you can get all the information that you need. Casey, I interrupted you. What were you saying?
No, you have a very busy October. I was just putting a couple events, writing them on the show notes for later for the podcast posting, and it's like there's a lot of events going on in October.
There really is. Well, the Soulful Saturday is not till November 10th, but there are. Did you go on the website and see them all? I mean,
yes.
There's so much stuff going on. Yeah, and that's why my head has been spinning, because in the middle of the doing the book rewrite and then having to plan for that stuff, I'm like, hey, what's happening? Yeah, but perfect, because I like to be busy anyway. So, well, there you have it, my loves. So Pat is just asking me about Tim. Tim is always, Tim always comes around so strong for Pat, and he's doing this. He's actually doing this like little dance for you, which is really cute. It's almost like an Irish jig he's saying, and smiling. I feel like things are moving really good. He's saying stay positive so you don't go into that lull, Pat. This is a really busy time, and when you get busy, you don't take care of yourself. So he said, take care of yourself. He's handing me like a blanket to put around your shoulders to make sure you dress warm. All right, guys, that's what I have for you tonight. And I hope that you have a beautiful week, and let's keep our prayers going for all of our callers and anyone in need. You can head on over to that Angels Don't Lie group, and we will add you to our prayer list for sure. Well, God bless. And I know what I know, because angels don't lie. See you next week right here, same time, same channel. Good night.